Hey guys, Roger CU Scrapping. This is not one of my normal videos. There will be no scrapping. But it is scrapping related. I've seen recently on some of the Facebook groups and some of the videos where the cops roll up, they tell you, look, you got to leave. So what are the legal aspects of scrapping? I can see I've already put some of you to sleep. Um, so I will try to get through this as quickly and painlessly as possible. Um, and I may have to take a drink of Mountain Dew with my voice occasionally. So the legal, and let me preface this with I am not a lawyer. Um, do not take this as legal advice. This is just general information for your knowledge. I did work for a couple of years in a law library as a legal clerk. So I do have some legal background, but again, I am not a lawyer. So take this as the information that it's meant to be. There is a Supreme Court ruling out. A lot of people call it the Scrappers Law. It is a 1988 case out of the Supreme Court. The name of the case is California versus Greenwood. The legal site, if you want to look it up, is 486 U.S. 35. The case, even though we call it the Scrappers Law, it has nothing to do with scrapping. It is based on police searching through the garbage without a warrant. And you'll see as I get into this how that applies to us. The the background of the case is that the police in California, they were acting on information that the defendant, Mr. Greenwood, might be engaged in narcotics trafficking. The police 2 times obtained from his regular trash collector garbage bags that were left on the curb. That's a key phrase there, in front of his house. Based on the items they found in the bags that they didn't have a warrant for, indicated narcotics use, they obtained a search warrant for the house based on the contents in the garbage bag. Um, so uh, so they got the search warrant. They went in the house, and surprise, they found drugs. Um, Sorry, I'm going through my notes here. And they arrested him on felony narcotics charges. The defendant argued that the probable cause for the search warrant would not have existed without the evidence they got from the garbage bags, which they claim was illegal because they didn't have a warrant. The California State Superior Court dismissed the charges. They were citing an earlier case in California, People versus Crivata, which held that warrantless trash searches violate the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment is your guarantee against unreasonable search and seizure. So then it went to the United States Supreme Court. The United States Supreme Court, in this case, in a 6-2 decision, 6-2, eight justices. There are 9. Justice Kennedy took no part in the consideration or the decision of the case. I'm not sure why. but it's kind of irrelevant. They determined that the Fourth Amendment does not prohibit the warrantless search and seizure of garbage left for collection, and here we come in with a legal term, outside the curtilage of the home. So what is the curtilage of the home? The curtilage is the grounds or area surrounding a house or other place where a person lives. An example is the front yard, the side yards, the backyards, belonging to a house, whether fenced or unfenced. This includes any buildings or erect enclosures on the property. Now, keep in mind the Supreme Court just ruled that you do not need a search warrant outside the curtilage. The public sidewalk and the area between it and the public roadway is an easement. That is public property. You may own it, but you also have an easement, and you can look it up on your legal deeds. You have an easement in that area that belongs to the city, utilities, blah, 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 blah. And yes, you are required to maintain that. So that is an important distinction. They can't go into your yard, your shed that's within your yard, only the public area, which includes the easement. Now, going back to the ruling, since the defendants left their trash in an area particularly suited, okay, I'm trying to get this right. This is the Supreme Court's ruling wording, and the wording is very important. Since the respondents voluntarily left their trash in an area particularly suited for public inspection, their claimed expectation of privacy is not reasonable. It is common knowledge that garbage bags left along a public street that are readily accessible to animals, children, scavengers, snoops, and other members of the public. In addition, they place their refuse at the curb for the express purpose of conveying it to a third party. The trash collector, left it for the express purpose of conveying it to a third party, the trash collector, who could himself sort through it or permit others, such as the police, to do so. I know half of you are nodded off by now. There were other claims made of 14th Amendment due process violations. They don't apply to this video. So what does this mean for us as scrappers? As long as the garbage is out on public property, it's fair game. This is where we need to be careful and responsible. In addition to the sidewalk street easement, alleyways are also easements. Stick to those areas and you should have no problems. And I've seen it when there's a major move out or something, they've got items that are actually in the easement and they've got items that are on the house side of the sidewalk. From a legal standpoint, anything on the house side of the sidewalk is not public property. Can you get away with it? Yeah, more than likely. To protect yourself, go up to the door, knock, and ask. If you have permission, then you're good. And let's see. And a lot of you won't want to hear this either. But dumpsters and roll-offs can be considered private property as far as climbing inside to collect items. The dumpsters themselves and the roll-offs are the private property owned by the garbage company. They have plenty of warning stickers on them not to play in, climb around, this, that, and the other. There again, can you get away with it? Yeah, possibly. Is it legal? No. Technically, no. If they run you off, leave. You don't have a legal leg to stand on. Dumpsters at businesses are always, almost always, on private property. Yes, the businesses are open to the public, but the property that they sit on is privately owned by the business itself or a management company, and it is private property. It's not public. They can ask you to leave and or trespass you for any reason they want. They doesn't matter if you're not causing a mess, minding your own business, not being loud. If they don't want you there, they don't want you there. Simple as that. Now, some towns, villages, cities, county governments, etc., have also passed anti-scavenging ordinances as well. It's always good to research the area that you're scrapping in, just to know what the community standards are. Are these ordinances legal in light of the Greenwood decision? Maybe, maybe not. The fact that the ordinance is on the books means you can be issued a citation for it. Don't try to educate the cops on the Greenwood ruling. They don't care. That's not their job. That is the job of the courts. If you want the ordinance invalidated, take your citation, possibly even arrest, depending on the municipality involved, and fight it in court. That is your only remedy. If you don't have the time, money, etc., to fight it, then you've got to accept it. And it's just a simple matter of, if a cop shows up and asks you to leave or not scavenge, metal pick, whatever, if they ask you to leave or stop, do it. You're not going to win that argument. There again, unless you want to take the fight to court, you're not going to win that argument. So you kind of got to weigh your options. There are, even if you're picking from the easement and a cop asks you to leave. You're not going to win that argument. Be polite, unless you're looking for a fight. And if you're looking for a fight, then more power to you. I would like to see someone challenge these anti-scavenging ordinances. My personal feeling is, as long as it falls into the purview of Greenwood versus California, and it's in the public right-of-way, those ordinances cannot apply. But that is my own personal opinion. I state again, I am not a lawyer. That is, in a public right-of-way, that is a fight I might choose to battle. Um, Depends on my time, my resources. Um, so, in a nutshell, the Greenwood case allows the police to search your garbage when it's out on the curb in public access without a warrant. That also gives, through their definition of the no privacy expectation, that gives us the right to do our scrapping as long as it's in the public easement, the public right of way. So, you know, you got to use your head. If it's most of us don't have problems, but I have seen another thing I should point out. This applies to the United States only. I do not know, what requirements are in England, in Ireland, in Greece, in Australia. Some of these places, some of these foreign countries, it is absolutely illegal. You cannot go out street scrapping. It is against the law in those countries. But here in the United States, as long as it's in the public right of way, according to California versus Greenwood, it's open season. So I wanted to put this video out because I've seen a few videos and comments on other web pages. Oh, the cops run me off from here. They shouldn't have. Maybe if you are adhering to the requirements set forth in Greenwood, you're legal. And there again, don't argue with the cops. That is, I'll state it again, that is not a fight you're going to win. And you could escalate things to where they get really bad for you. So I wanted to put that out because I've seen a lot of that here lately on videos and in the Facebook groups. So I will close this for now. Hey, wake up, everybody! The video's over. I'm going to get back to scrapping. Cleaning the shop. It's raining and storming out. So I'm going to get back to cleaning the shop, and I will see you guys scrapping.